Hero games.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do a Nintendo game. Micro Machines is a ridiculously shiny game published by Codemasters in, I believe, 1991. A weird thing about this cartridge is on the back there's an exposed edge connector, which I believe was intended to have a switch on it to let you change between PAL and NTSC. And if you notice, a certain familiar warning is not on the back of this cartridge. So...
Get in there, you son of a bitch. Damn it.
That buzzing was actually supposed to be there. Well, maybe not supposed to be there, but it was there in the actual gameplay. And these menus are pretty glitchy. I don't remember if it does that on an actual NES console. I haven't played this game on an actual NES in a long time. But it does do the same little glitchy, flickering, bouncy thing in the menus for me on my NES clone console that I've been using. So, yeah. But as far as I know, that is something that's common to Codemasters games. They're just weird about that, I guess. So, this is a racing game, in case you couldn't tell. Much in the style of RC Pro-Am, except it's a fully top-down view in this game. You've got a bunch of little characters that you can choose from. You choose your own character and the 3 that you choose to race against to begin with. I don't think that there's any difference between the characters. Not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think there's any difference. I'm not good enough to notice any difference because I suck pretty bad at this game, no matter how you slice it. First race isn't much of a problem for me. I think the second race ends up being a problem for me here. It's a difficult game, and this is where I start having trouble. I'm not good at it. I used to be pretty good at it back in the day, but I'm not as good at any games now as I was back then. And I think that's probably true for a lot of us. There are a lot of different types of vehicles that you can use in this game. You've seen the speedboats and the jeeps, and now the sports cars. The game does revisit the same vehicles later on, in later levels. I think it speeds them up, basically, is what it does for the higher difficulty on the later courses. It gets hard really fast. Like, really, really fast. And when you don't get at least first or second place, you lose a life. When you run completely out of lives, that's when you get a game over, and you have to start back at the beginning of the game. So I have never beaten this game. Ever. The vehicles, some of them are just too twitchy, some of them are just too damn fast, and you can't see what's coming quick enough. And repeatedly playing the courses over and over again does help. Course memorization is a big part of getting... I don't want to say good, because I don't know if I've ever known anybody that's really good at this game, because it's so hard. But getting better. You do have to know the courses really well. You also cannot use the strategy that I tend to in racing games, and that is to hold down the accelerator button the entire time. You can't do it. It won't work. You'll slide all over the place and end up off the level. And you'll drop from first to fourth place in a second. Just, like... it doesn't take much. These I don't remember what these are called. Eliminators, something like that. Warriors, that's what they're called. These cars are weird because apparently if you hit somebody with the front of your car at a high enough speed, you'll both explode. They are a little bit easier to control than some of the other vehicles, but that one downside to them makes them kind of a bitch to use. I did beat that level, though. And then once you beat that level, whoever did the worst out of your 3 computer opponents gets knocked out and you have to pick another one. So I'm assuming that, you know, once you're down to the last two people, you and one computer player, it's just a one-on-one race at the end. But again, I've never seen that part of the game. I believe this is the last level that this is the last level that I got to. It gets that hard that fast, or I suck that bad, depending on how you want to look at it. But yeah, you can see me just running into stuff left and right. And this turn coming up here, yeah, I almost always fall in the water there. I just don't see it coming. So what I usually end up doing is just pulling donuts out in the desert. It's fun. Oh no. Oh, I was wrong. No, I beat this level. And I just recorded this footage yesterday, so... I'm getting old, guys. And this is where I ended up getting stuck. It revisits the Jeeps, but if you notice, I'm pretty sure these are a good deal faster. And the course is... It's fun. I like it a lot. It's a pretty intense course, but it's got a lot more obstacles on it. It's a lot more windy than the first Jeep level. It's got some new obstacles. I think one's coming up right here. Yeah. Box of Toppy's cereal. But yeah, overall, I really like this game. It was one of the first ones I tracked down for NES when I started collecting again, and I highly recommend that you check it out, especially if you like RC Pro-Am.